moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Richard Rodgers taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know they got the 1st down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st down, Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Being chased out left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
third down. They'll run it with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, back to Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Rager, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down it goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Final play of the half. It's Wilson buying time to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
Again, Wilson. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the ground with a tight end. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run here with Sanders. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Switch up. Switch up.
They hand off to their big tight end. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Check. Mike 54. Mike 54. Stop your body.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go! Check, 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 check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try to run with Sanders. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be